Okay, welcome to the weekly portion of Re'eh. Very short verse for today. Let's see what we can do with it. Once regular, once with a melody, and then a little bit of grammar. Re'eh, anochi noten lifnechem hayom beracha uklala. ראה אנוכי נותן לפניכם היום ברכה וקללה. So, re'eh is an imperative. Okay, imperative, some abbreviated by IMP, some by IMV. So you shouldn't be surprised if you see the one of the other or the other. Very common root that has to do with seeing. Originally, the root of this is Reish Aleph and Yod. In the lexicons, you would find Reish Aleph and He, and so in most of the grammar books. Okay. Then we have Anochi. Anochi is the first person common singular independent pronoun. That's the Hebrew way of saying I. Now we actually have two of these in Hebrew. We have Anochi and Ani. Okay? Ani versus Anochi. Now they are alternate. They may alternate. We may find them in similar surroundings. Anochi seems to be a little bit more archaic, as we find it more common in the Pentateuch, in the Torah, which in some linguistic aspects is older than other parts of the Bible. Okay, and it makes sense because it was probably written before much of the rest of the Bible. But we also find specific surroundings where one of them is more prevalent than the other. So, for instance, if someone is taking an oath, you usually see Chai Ani or Chai Ani even with the independent pronoun Ani. Or Ki, following the word Ki, you would find Ani. Ki Ani Adonai Mekadishchem, for I am the Lord your host. For I am the Lord your host who consecrates you. Your God. Okay. Moreover, there are phrases which prefer Anochi to Ani. Okay, so Hine Anochi, the presentative pronoun Hine, okay, usually goes with Anochi, or the relative pronoun Asher, okay, usually goes with Anochi. Okay, we do see in both of these, with both of these, we do see exceptions. Okay, but that's generally when you have Ihine, you would have Anochi. When you have Asher, you would have Anochi. If you have Ki, you would have Ani. If you have Chai, you would have Ani, broadly speaking. Okay, we have Noten, a very common verb. The root is Nun Tav Nun, and it's a very important root. Why? Because it's part of my own name, and also part of former Prime Minister Netanyahu. Who knows? Maybe as we're speaking, he's just winning the election. No, not yet. Election will be in about 2 months after you see this video. Anyway, so Netanyahu, Netanel, and many other biblical names. So that's that. Also interesting is the use of the vav, beracha uklala. So this vav obviously present the alternatives. Okay, I give you a blessing and a curse. Okay, not as joining them together, but I give you two options to choose from. I give you on the one hand side a blessing, on the other hand a curse, and God and the Torah, this portion continues to elaborate the blessing like this under these circumstances and the curse under those circumstances. So that's it for the weekly portion of Re'eh.